Ahlan wa sahlan. My name's Gisselle. I live in Cairo, Egypt, and today I'm going to be explaining everything that you need to know to get the visa on arrival in Egypt. What nationalities can get the visa on arrival in Egypt? And what are the requirements and what documents will you need? Can you get the visa on arrival at any airport in Egypt? And once in the airport, where do you get it? How much does it cost? And can you pay with cash or card? How long are you allowed to stay in Egypt with the visa on arrival? I'll be answering all of those questions and more, so yalla, let's get into the video. Who is eligible for a visa on arrival? Who can get a visa on arrival in Egypt? A few of the nationalities that are currently able to get a visa on arrival in Egypt are US passport holders, European Union passport holders, Japanese passport holders, and New Zealand passport holders. There's a lot of other nationalities on that list, but things can always change. So to ensure that you have the most up-to-date information, make sure to check your government's website for your requirements and your eligibility. You can also check other information online. I'll leave a few links to some sites with more information about that. Types of visa on arrival. There are two types of visas on arrival. The most common is the 30-day single entry visa on arrival, which costs $25 US. I'll explain more about that in just a minute. The other is a multiple entry visa on arrival, which is valid for 5 years. Be aware, with a 5-year multiple entry visa, you are only allowed 90 consecutive days at a time within the country before you are required to leave. Of course, you are able to re-enter again after some time with the 5-year multiple entry visa, but you still must leave the country after 90 days. So you can't just stay for 5 years without ever leaving the country. You will be required to leave. That visa is also very expensive, costing around $700 US. If you would like to spend more than 30 days inside of Egypt without having to leave the country or spend $700 on the multiple entry 5-year visa, you can just get the 30-day single entry visa on arrival and then extend once inside the country. I already made a video on how to do that, which I will link here. What airports provide visa on arrival? What airports can you get a visa on arrival in? I have a list here of some of the airports where you can get a visa on arrival. I think all of them actually. So the first is the Cairo International Airport, of course. You can also get a visa on arrival at the Sphinx Airport in Giza, the Sharm el-Sheikh International Airport over on the Sinai Peninsula, as well as St. Catherine International Airport, also on the Sinai Peninsula. You have the Luxor International Airport, the Hurghada International Airport, as well as the Borg Al Arab International Airport over in Alexandria. Requirements and documents. In order to get the visa on arrival, you must have 2 blank pages in your passport, and your passport must be valid for at least 6 months before expiring from the date that you arrive to Egypt. If you are entering Egypt with your passport, then you do not need a passport-sized photo like you do in some countries. You just need your passport and some cash to buy the visa on arrival, and then the officer sticks it in your passport. I will explain more about that in just a minute. Citizens of a few European countries are able to enter the country without a passport. They are able to enter with just their national ID card. Countries such as France, Italy, Belgium. So if you are a citizen of one of those countries, if you're eligible to enter with just your national ID card, you will need a passport-sized photo to attach with your visa. So make sure to bring that before you get on the plane and head to Egypt. Price of visa on arrival. The cost of the single entry visa to Egypt, the 30-day single entry, which is the most common, is $25 US and must be paid in cash. You cannot pay with a card. And the currencies that they accept for cash are only US dollars, Great British pounds, and euros. They do not accept any other currencies. So my advice is to have that currency and that amount before you board the plane and arrive to Egypt. Depending on your port of entry, they might have exchange offices where you can exchange money in the airport, but they may not. They may not be open depending on what time you arrive. The exchange rates are probably not going to be that favorable, and so the lines might be longer as well. You have to wait in line to exchange money, then go to the visa kiosk and get your visa, and then go stand in line for immigration. So to make things easier, I would just bring that cash in that currency before you board the plane and arrived to Egypt. The e-visa. I won't be talking about the e-visa today, but I am working on a video and we will be uploading that in the future. So make sure to subscribe, hit the notification bell so that you are notified when that video comes out. And I am also going to leave a link about e-visas in the description of this video if you want to check that out in the meantime. Visa kiosk in the airport. Okay, so where to get your visa? You are in the airport, where to go? So this is specifically for Cairo airport, although I'm sure that they're very similar in the other airports as well. Once you disembark the plane, follow the crowd towards passport control and baggage claim. And once you reach the immigration area, the line for immigration, do not get in line for immigration yet. You need to get your visa first. After getting your visa, you may then join the line for immigration. If you join the line now, you are going to wait in line, reach the immigration desk. The officer is going to ask for your visa. You aren't going to have it. You'll have to go to the kiosk and buy it and then wait in line again. So don't bother wasting your time. Look for the kiosks first and head over there. You will see several different bank kiosks. And this is where you are actually going to get your visa. You will see kiosks like the National Bank of Egypt, NBE, or you will see a kiosk, Bank Mus, which is Bank of Egypt. So you will see these kiosks, and that is where to get your visa on arrival. Like I mentioned earlier, the cost is $25 US. You cannot pay with a card, and you must pay with either US dollars, euros, or Great British pounds. The immigration officer will give you a little slip, which is a sticker. Do not put that in your passport yourself. Just hang on to that little slip, get in line for immigration. Once you get to the desk, the immigration officer will put that sticker into your passport themselves. So just hang on to it, don't stick it in yourself. And that's how to get your visa on arrival to Egypt. I hope this information helped. Make sure to like the video so it can reach more people. Subscribe for more content on Egypt, and I will see you on the next one.